Hey everybody, welcome to The Mindful Hairdresser. This is my YouTube channel and it's primarily for education. So today I'm going to be talking to you about a haircut that's still blowing up, is still being asked for in the salon quite frequently, and that's the wolf cut. I'm going to do a medium length version of it today, and I'm going to be using this prepped head, and it's a simple way to do it. As you can see, it's been pre-sectioned off, and I'm going to explain a little bit about the sectioning. So, the sectioning, as you can see, comes from the crown to just behind the ears on both sides. Voila, simple as that. The idea of this is, the most important part is where this section is, how far towards the crown we go. Normally, on most haircuts, I look for the highest point, but I'm going beyond that on this haircut. I'm going further back because this layer, when it comes up, when I cut it from short, will become my guide for the back. And if I took it too far forward, this section too far forward, it would mean that my guide would be shorter and then the layers at the back would be too much. So this time I'm taking it slightly further back, so be very careful about how far you take it. The longer you want to leave the length, the further you take this section. So this time, I've just sectioned off into two parts. I'm going to start with the center part, and then I'm going to cut my guide from short to long, and then I'm going to guide through the back, and I'm going to explain it all as I go along. So I've taken my first section from the crown all the way forward, and it's about a centimetre or just over a centimetre thick. So that's my initial parting, and I'm going to use this as my guide throughout for all of the top section and explain as I go. So side on view, again I'm just going to take out my section, I'm going to split it in two, take this away, don't need that for the moment, and I'm going to go with quite a steep angle, aiming for about the tip of the nose. In here is my line, and just cut this up, straight up and out. Add my section, over direction forward, follow my guide or follow my line upwards, straight up. Check the line, that's cool. Bring it down to the front, aiming for about the bridge of the nose. I'm kind of there, that's where I want to be, and that'll be left for refining later. So now I'm going to take another section from the top, straight out, parallel with my first section. I could pivot and that would create a rounder shape, but if I keep it parallel and go square, it keeps a slightly flatter shape, which I think is a bit more modern. So I'm going to go for a flatter shape on this one, but I will be pivoting the back because I want the softness and roundness through the back. Pick it straight up. Here's my guide, quite clearly there, through the back, through the front rather. Pick up and cut. I repeat on the other side. I'll explain that why I do this as well as I go. Again, I'm going to split this in two, don't need all that hair, up towards the centre, to my guide, follow my guide through. Add in the rest of the hair, over direct, and cut through. So, I have a simple rule when I'm cutting hair. If I'm working from the center point outwards, I always do one for one section. So I'll do the center, then one on the left, one on the right. Then I'll do one on the left and one on the right. And I'll continue one for one each time. I don't do one side first and then the other side. This gives me a balanced control by doing it section by section. It means I can have the equal amount of sections on each side as I take them, and it makes a more balanced result. Also, I've now done 3 sections, and the simple cross check will tell me if I've got the weight right on both sides. So I can pick up, and I should end up with quite a square line, If not, then I've over direct, and that's quite good. So I'm on the money with that. I know one side's not too heavy or too long. That's pretty good. So now I'm going to continue the same way, 1 for 1 each side. It's really as simple as that, if I'm honest. Again, parallel, take my section with the hair I don't want. I can break this in two, just get rid of some of the hair I don't need. Making sure my section's coming out above the nose. And then cut. Add in the hair. And then simple, straight up. And I'm just going to continue this pattern all the way through. It's really quite simple. But don't confuse simple for easy. You still have to be mindful, you still have to think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. So over to the center, over direction, looking to keep my weight on the outside edge to make sure I'm not taking away too much layers. I'm just watching it fall really softly, just to the tip of the nose, getting ready to move outwards. Again, simple section, straight down. And I suppose I've seen so many different versions of this, but I think this is the most modern because we are keeping a flatter shape through the top rather than rounding it off too much. It's something I use in the salon regularly on like almost a daily basis now, so I think you might find it the same too. And even now, still on social media, still on clients asking for a haircut like this. It's easy to adapt, it's easy to change and make look fresh. I'm just continuing through, following my line. Just a couple more sections. As I said, 1 for 1, 1 each side. Over direct into above the nose. Keeping the line. Take the next. Straight up. Keep the tension even. On that point, on the sectioning, your section should look like guitar strings. They should look even and the tension should be equal. So you should come up, pull them all in one direction. It should look really even and balanced. And then you can take off the hair that you need. Over directing to above the nose, same center point. Same both sides, as I said, 1 for 1. Over direction. And that is my first part of Wolfcut. Just a quick cross check. And then I'm going to go on to the next part. Pick this up. Cool, really balanced. That's really cool. Ready for refining later when it's dry. I pretty much do all my refining when it's dry actually. So that's my front section of the Wolfcut. Okay, so that's the front done and the shapes are all there that I need. As you can see, it's really lovely shape already. Nice beveled round shape in the front, quite concave. I'm just going to give you a little movement when I come to dry it later. I mentioned earlier the importance of this section, that this length on the top, just beyond the crown, now becomes my guide for my connection area through the back. So that becomes really important. So I'm going to release the hair at the back and then I'm going to put it all through, but this time I'm going to pivot outwards. So my sections will come straight down there, and then from this center point, I'm going to pivot this way, out, 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 until I connect the both sides in. I'll do the same the other side. Again, I'm working from the center out So I'll be doing 1, 2, 3, and then going side to side to get my rounder shape. So let's get that bit done. So I'm just going to release these sides. Then I'm going to set my guide straight down the middle of the back. Nice and even. Okay. I'm going to pick up enough hair that I can control. Not trying to put too much hair at one time. I'm going to take this little bit of hair just on the crown. This will become my guide. There you go. You can see my guide here. And this way I'm picking up and I'm working slightly short to long. And that initial guide is my reference point. From there, straight out. And I think I'm going to run out of hair pretty quick here. Okay, just a few odds. That's cool. Now I'm going to pivot from the center outwards on a slightly diagonal, forward diagonal. And I'm going to stay on that diagonal using my guide. My fingers are following my diagonal line. Only take the hair I need out and cut my line. So you see, I'm just following the diagonal outwards. I'm not turning towards the center, I'm just following it outwards this way. Just add some more. Keep that nice and clean. Pivot out. Again, I've just got some odds and sods on the ends, not much. Then I'm going to take the center again and pivot out this way. Again, I'm following my section pattern up, find my guide outwards. The back is different to the front. The front, I brought everything up to the center and cut from there. In the back, I'm now pivoting. So everything's going outwards. As you can see, I'm moving outwards. Soon I'll be meeting up with the front. And I'm allowing my hands to follow the section outwards. So I'm working my way around the head. In the front, I was in one static position, but now I'm moving with my section. So I'm actually taking a step across to maintain the shape I want by following my section around. So if I was to continue, I'd take another step this way and follow the section around. And that keeps me safe, and that keeps me on the target of the section. Same thing, so now I'm moving slightly forward, cutting from behind, moving towards the front of the head because I'm pivoting outwards. There you go. It's a nice, simple shape. And again, I'm running out of hair quite quickly on this length. But it's an adaptable length. You can cut this on any length, really. I'm going to bring this down to the side because now I'm going to be almost connecting into my side. I think I have one more section before I then connect the sides. So again, I'm pivoting up and out. Let me turn towards you so you can see where I am. And here. Now I'm right behind it. Cut my section. Again, it's just little bits at the ends. I'm going to connect this because this is my last section. And now I'm going into the front, which I've already cut. And I know I've gone further forward, so I'm just going to bring it round. I'm connecting those two sections. So you can roughly connect them, or you can point cut if you like, if you don't have such a strong connection. But it's so soft on this haircut, on this length, I don't need the point cut. On longer hair, yeah, feel at home. You can definitely cut with a point cut to make it softer, to make this connection area even softer. So just pick it out, up. This is by far, I think, the easiest way to cut this haircut, the wolf cut, in one of the many variations, and I think this is the easiest one. Again, I'm going to connect the front with the back, and then I'm going to refine at the end. I'm going to dry and then refine, and you'll see the finished look. And again, the same rules apply. Cut my section from the inside out. So this way, back behind, looking behind, take a section across. I can lift up and I can do my cross check to look for balance. And that's what I'm mainly looking for, is a balanced shape. Again, that's pretty good. I'm getting good at this. This is like a really simple shape. Very little to do. So I'm now going to dry it, and I'm going to refine it and show you the finished look. So here's the finished result. I've already blow dried it, and I just used like a bristle brush, a round brush, just to flatten and smooth and give me a good finish. But you can see the shape as it comes through. You can almost see the beveled shape already. I'm following down where it fits into the neckline, and you can see the layers and the roundness. You've got a rounder shape here, and through the front, on this side we have a flatter shape, because I brought everything up to the centre to make flatness rather than pivoting out to make it rounder. But I still end up with this lovely curved shape into the back. But now I need to refine, I need to open up this area where it's quite long and quite heavy. And so I'm going to use my scissors, and I'm going to just use some slicing techniques through here to open up, so we get a bit more eye contact and stuff, to make it lighter. And I'm going to use like a pinch technique. Pinching, so what I'm going to do is take small sections of hair, look this way, and then I'm going to just come over the top, and I'm going to just nibble down, slice down, take some of the weight away, start opening up some areas, just bringing it down over the top to give it that contemporary feel. Just opening up spaces between the eyes, just above the bridge of the nose. I'm just top slicing, come over the top of the hair, maintaining some length on the ends to give you the softness, and just breaking up that softness there. Again, come over the top and just holding tension at the ends. So you can come down and let the scissors bite over the top, and just use some top slicing. So I still want to keep the weight, I just want to open up the areas and go a bit deeper into the fringe, and bring it really close for you to see, right in here. And you can see where the scissors are going to come over the top, and just bite down gently. I'm almost smoothing the hair with the scissors. That's giving me that really kind of more modern feel to it. So on the other side, turn around this way. She's looking really good. Just open that up. Maybe we'll see her eyes a bit more. Filter this out. Top slice. And then I can just, if I need to, just lift up and go, I'm just going really deep point cutting in through the centre area, and I want to open it more. Create that softness. And just let it bevel out more. And a little bit more refining. And this will be my finished look. And on the edges, same thing, I can come out, top slice, throughout. And the top slicing allows me to keep my length, but take some of the weight away and encourage the movement. So that's why it's really nice to do. Same thing this side, come over the top. Just use your fingers, hold the end, put some tension on, and let the scissors just glide over the top of the hair. So we're just taking it away slightly. I'm just going to finish it off, and then because that's a little bit heavy, I can just elevate this again with my comb section above. It's quite a lot. Deep point cutting again, just to personalise, soften out, and end up with this opened up face area. This really cool kind of wolf cut. So this is my finished wolf cut. It's still blowing up, you're still seeing it everywhere. I'm still doing it in the salons quite a lot. And it's easy and quick to do. If you want to help me by supporting my channel, please subscribe, like, send me some comments, tell me where you are, tell me what you think of the imaging, have you used it yourself or used any of these techniques, and it'll help me to produce more work like this to know what you want. So thanks again, and look out for some of the next videos I'll do in the coming weeks. Thanks.